Investigations conclude that the fish kill in South Trinidad is not linked to any poisoning. The Environmental Management Authority says Kariri was only able to detect total petroleum hydrocarbons in catfish samples. The findings also show that Corexit was detected in other fish species, which include herring, salmon, and a stingray. Tests on these species did not detect TPH. Testing for parasitology and histopathology were also negative. Mahalia Joseph has more on the findings of the fish kill.
The Environmental Management Authority says the TPH level detected was considerably lower than that reported by fishermen and friends of the sea in a recent press conference. However, the EMA says there is an absence of international standards regarding the safe TPH levels in fish. The TPH detected in the catfish samples are likely attributed to the fact that the species, being a scavenger bottom feeder, typically ingests larger quantities of TPH found in seabed sediments. In La Brea and environs, there exist natural seepages of hydrocarbons in the nearshore environment, which may have also contributed to the higher levels of TPH in the sediment and catfish. There has been public discussion over the presence of the oil dispersant Corexit, which has been purported to be one of the likely causes of the incidences of dead fish. Corexit is a product line of oil dispersants used during oil spill response operations. But tests conducted by Kariri on water, sediment and fish samples have ruled out Corexit as being linked to the dead fish, as no compounds matching Corexit were found. Initial findings from the investigation, which included tests on water, sediment and fish samples, have also been substantiated by interviews with fishermen and vendors from the affected areas, which found that fish trawlers operating in the Gulf of Paria had engaged in the practice of discarding unwanted bycatch such as herring, mullet and catfish, for which no market was available. The EMA states that feedback from field interviews also found that some of the dead fish in the water was dumped by fishermen who were unable to sell their catch along the southwest peninsula and in particular along the coastline from Otahiti to La Brea. Kariri was contracted by the EMA to carry out similar tests on samples of water, sediment and fish as those conducted by Kariri for fishermen and friends of the sea. The EMA intends to host a joint public consultation on August 28, 2016, with affected stakeholders to present the findings of the investigation, the methodology used by the IMA to investigate the incident and hear concerns of affected stakeholders. More details of the public consultation will be provided by the EMA in the coming days. Mahalia Joseph, C News.